After one of Jamaica's most popular newspaper published this headline for its latest article, "I'm not standing with Bushman," TAURUS Riley explains. TAURUS Riley felt obligated to take to his Instagram platform and clear his name, as it would seem the entertainer was being thrown under the bus for not siding or standing with fellow entertainer Bushman.
Right now you know we unstoppable. Unstoppable, that mean them can't stop ya. Unstoppable, so now we are trained.
Welcome back, viewers. If you are not yet a part of the Unstoppable family, please consider clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell, so once we upload a video, you will get that alert. Now, the recent happenings since Bushman spoke out about the injustice that conscious reggae singers have to endure. Now, a lot of reggae entertainers spoke up about what Bushman said. One such entertainer was TAURUS Riley, Jimmy Riley's son. Now, one of Jamaica's newspapers wrote an article about what TAURUS Riley's views are, and TAURUS Riley took to his platform to clear the air because he feel like they might throw him under the bus. Now this is what TAURUS Riley had to say.
Everybody, this is TAURUS Riley. Big respect. All the people who support my music for the years, over the years, they know what I stand for and what I represent in the music. There's an article out there in the Star that says TAURUS Riley don't stand with Bushman. And you need to read the article before you make a judgment about it. Big up Bushman, you're a legend, you're a friend, and you know that. And I salute up on my Instagram page. This is TAURUS Riley Instagram page. This is my star. You hear it from the lion's mouth. Yeah, so we're dealing with musical movement. It's not a one-person thing. And I love every artist. I love dancehall artists, reggae artists. I love gun songs sometimes. I love sex songs sometimes. And me make a certain kind of music and me keep my music conscious. Just like I'm watch action shows, I'm watch comedy shows. It's all about entertainment. And artists, be careful what you say, because what you say, you'll be responsible for it. So I just enough respect, and do remember, read between the lines, because sometimes if you don't read, you get tricked, you know, on the outside.
Alright, viewers, so I agree 100% with what TAURUS Riley said. A lot of people read and still don't comprehend, and some of them just not bother read none at all. So I agree with TAURUS Riley. Alright, and then you have to read between the lines sometimes, because sometimes you will just read a title and just jump to assumptions without actually reading the article itself and understand. Because from the title you would have think, say, boy, TAURUS Riley no agree with what Bushman has said, none at all. But from the explanation what TAURUS Riley gave, and then when me actually jump in and read the article, me understand exactly where TAURUS Riley come from. So the article is not necessarily saying that, yo, TAURUS Riley no agree with what Bushman has said, but him have strong points on certain things. So him agree with Bushman to a certain extent, but to a certain extent him don't agree with Bushman. You understand? So for example, like him say, him like dancehall music, him like certain gun song, him like sex songs. So him now go say, yo, certain songs not fi play, none at all. But at the same time, him agree with Bushman on certain other things where him say. You understand, people? Alright, so big up to TAURUS Riley, big up to Bushman. We all standing with Bushman, because you understand, after all, me agree with Bushman too in certain things that Bushman say. Alright, so Bushman, big up yourself. TAURUS Riley, big up yourself. Now, on the other hand, people, listen me, on a positive note, me I go show you something. Now for sure, I said there was no bad energy or negative thoughts on Bushman's part towards the Rebel Salute camp or anything like that. Even though him speak up about the injustice, Bushman right after the event, the outsider chill with Jackie and I go and sing some songs and I enjoy themselves right on Rebel Salute grounds. You understand? Check out the clip and see for yourself. You gonna understand what me talk about.
Listen, just free your meditation from war and illusion.
Jaja, you're truly great and you alive. Spread your blessings all over me. Oh yes, Jaja, you're truly great. You alive. Yes, that you spread your blessings all over me.
Alright, go, say no. Jaja City, Jaja Town, they want me to it in a power town. Jaja City, Jaja Town.
Hear my line. Them think them reach the ultimate.
Aye, but them no reach nowhere yet. Yo, them get caught in the internet. Your society, I tell them they're on internet. They promote too much fake. Only tell them Georgia City.
You're truly great. Yo, me never see Capleton there, but the man them a recite some Capleton songs. You see, Georgia City, Georgia Town. Yo, I just so me love to see when the artists them come together. Me love to see the unity. Me love to see the oneness. Me love to see when the artists them can just come together and full joy themselves. You understand? So big up to Jacure, big up to Bushman right there. So and every other artist in the dancehall and reggae scene, big up on yourself too. Wanna love to see it too, don't viewers. Yeah, man, me know wanna love to see the unity and the oneness. Alright? Now, moving right along from the topic that me done with Bushman right now. Yes, I say. Now, upon another hand, we don't know Agent Sasko. Yeah, we know him as assassin too. Alright? Yo, people, the man have some pitney. Me have to tell you this day. The man have some children. Yo, the man children them just smart and intelligent out of the world. Yeah. Even though it is a totally unrelated video, me say boy, me just have to bring it to you and make you see how intelligent the man children really is. People, listen me. When me see the video, it make me say, yo, me rate them youth here. You see? Watch the video of Agent Sasko children. I wanna see what me I talk about for yourself. You see?
Because I'm not an adult and I don't have my own credit card. That's why.
Oh, so I'm throwing the party is what you're saying.
You're paying for the party. I'm hosting. So we're going to take so what should be our budget? Since you're the birthday boy. I would say I'm thinking about $9,000 would be fine.
How much?
9,000 Jamaican dollars.
You serious?
For a party?
Well, it could be American, but no.
You know
Well, how much is for a bounce about?
Well, there you go. That's how you go about making a budget.
That's what we need. The bounce about.
So
we
you
need
to
one
go
bounce
online or
about.
something and check out that.
That is we're gonna take a blow up pool as well because it's gonna be a pool party and we don't have a pool, so I'm going to be creative and get. Or we can go somewhere else and have the party done somewhere else. Genius. Pure genius. This kid is genius. You should skip a grade.
Yeah, man, that's what I love to see. I love to see when children intelligent and respectful at the same time. Yes, what I say. Them remind me of my son and my daughter. Yes, it's a son and daughter me get to. Yes, what I say. So big up yourself, Agent Sasko. Me can say you do a good job as a father. You see it. And big up to every real father out there where you do a good job too. And mother, big up on yourself too. Yes, what I say. And big up them youth because them intelligent and smart. Me like that. Now upon a whole different topic. My brother named Bobby Wine, a Ugandan artist where visited Jamaica for Rebel Salute as well. Him do a little interview with Mama Elise. Yes, I say from Irie FM. Yes, him do a little interview with Mama Elise. And him talk about, certain things. Right now, me not even go jump into it. Me I go make una listen to what him and Mama Elise talk about. Yes, I say people, check it out.
We have live inside of the studio the artist or one of the artists that performed at Rebel Salute from the continent of Africa, the other one being Pato Rankin. We have Bobby Wine and his beautiful wife inside of our studio, and we're talking to Bobby Wine about not just the music, but also about the culture of Uganda and also about the politics of Uganda. So, during your performance, was it Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, you took time out to lash out against the regime in your homeland who you say is oppressing the people of Uganda, and you also took the time out to talk about you being framed by the government. Could you give us an episode of what you actually gave to the patrons at Rebel Salute? What was it that you wanted us to know?
Well, thank you very much. First of all, when I'm in Jamaica, I like to represent not only for Uganda, but for Africa. And indeed, I would like to mention not only the bad things about Africa, but also the good things. And like I said, much as Africa is blessed, Africa is the future, Africa is full of intelligent young men and women who are bursting with hope, and abilities. I also mentioned that Africa is lagging behind because of bad or poor leadership. And in that case, Uganda in particular, where I come from, has been ruled by the same leader in a dictatorship for 33 years today. And more than 40 million people are living in misery, in extreme poverty, where one family is ruling over and misusing the natural resources of the greatly endowed country. So because that is how it is, I try to use music to make sure that I continue the journey that has started so many years ago by people so many miles away from home to open the minds of the people. And that is what I do through my music. I know that we can do it. I know that when we stand strong, we can achieve that. As an artist, initially, I was not very concerned about the politics because, even the people I've been following, the people like Sizzla, like Anthony B, like Tony Rebel, all my inspirations, none of them went to politics. And as a matter of fact, many of them used to be seemingly despise politics. So I was comfortable as an artist, knowing that for as long as I sing about the injustices like my mentors do, that will be okay. Until I realized that, man, we must do more than just talking about things. We must get involved. When I was growing up, our teachers and parents were telling us that we are the leaders of the future. And man, when I look at myself now, my first son is growing up, and I realize that if there's any future, then that future is today. And looking in all the books that we follow as laws, they provide that power is within the people. So I realized that besides calling upon young men to have fun, it's important to call upon them to get practically involved in how their country is being governed. And that is how I end in politics. That is how I end up, wanting my voice to be counted.
Absolutely, and very well understood. Because we appeal to our artists also to not just sing, not just have a fan base, not just do things for a forward, as we say here in Jamaica, but to also have a social conscience. And that is one of the things that really attracted me to the personality Bobby Wine. So you're up against quite a force in Uganda. And this force it can be very violent.
Danger.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that in Uganda, for anybody to mention anything against President Museveni means that you would be going against Bank of Uganda. You'd be going against Uganda Police. You'd be going against Uganda People's Defense Forces and all that. I've seen so many freedom fighters beaten, jailed, and others killed. I knew. And indeed, that's the kind of fear that had been said before. I was comfortable until I realized that it was just an illusion. Nobody was free from the injustice I grew up with and are still languishing in poverty. To speak truth to power. I faced the first time bombs were thrown to my house, and my son was almost killed. And from that, we've been facing arrests, for example, floor of parliament, beating them, detaining us, but later releasing us with no charge. But the most recent was when I was in Arua on a campaign trail, when the military section called the Special Forces Guard, and these are the ones that are charged with guarding the president, and they're commanded by the president's son. They attacked where I was. They shot my driver dead. They thought they were shooting at me because my driver was sitting exactly where I'd been sitting a few minutes earlier. They shot my driver dead. They broke into the hotel where I was, arrested me, beat me, and almost killed me. And then, locked me up in military detention. The following day, they presented 2 machine guns, and the government police spokesperson said that those machine guns were found in my room. But because there was so much international pressure, the government shamelessly dropped that charges, and they've never talked about the guns again, And not only that, many of my friends have been extrajudicially killed. People are executed. People are shot down. Too much intimidation, But the only thing that keeps me going is the fact that many other revolutionaries have gone through such intimidation, and they have won. Our forefathers had to endure much, much more than we are enduring. So for as long as I know that there's hope for justice, there's hope for truth, there's hope for liberation, I just keep going on.
Wow, Jacko with you.
There you have it, viewers. As usual, comment in the comment section. Don't know it already. Talk to it. Once no comment makes sense, we definitely are going to respond to you. Alright, done with this. Gone we gone. Like, share, comment, and hear what. Don't forget to subscribe. It's another one from Unstoppable. No matter what, don't let nobody stop you. I'm out.
Right now, you know we unstoppable. Unstoppable.